Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm unboxing ELAC's brand new Uni-Fi floorstanding speaker, the Uni-Fi 2.0. Now this range is very compact. There is just a bookshelf, a floorstander and a centre speaker in just one colourway of black. It means it makes it very simple for the engineers at ELAC to focus on performance, and with that have built an amazing three-way floor standing speaker. It's prestigious as far as its ability to grip and control the vast majority of everything you would need from a frequency response, given its very budget price. Nevertheless, let's have a look. So, the speakers being floor standing are relatively large, and with that are shipped in two cartons. Each is identical, so we're just going to concentrate on one. As always, hang around for some photographs and we'll take some close-ups of the process that we undertake as well. The box itself is relatively muted in design. There's a line drawing to imply what you're getting in the box, and the ELAC Uni-Fi 2.0 logo on the top. On one end there is scannable information and serial numbers. Now, opening these because of their size and weight is, look, it's easier with two people, but for obvious reasons one person would be fine. Now, as you open it, you see firstly that they're actually double boxed. And it's my recommendation at this point that you take a moment and take the outer box off before proceeding. Although you could open it and then try and lift the speaker out, because of its weight, I'm going to recommend that you do this, which is just carefully slide the outer box, get rid of it, and then concentrate on the inner box. It means that the box doesn't naturally sort of fight against you when you try to lift things out, and it makes the process much easier. This tape isn't sort of taped all the way around, so very straightforward as far as opening. Tipping it forward and taking a moment to examine it in its box, we see a Ziploc bag with the ELAC logo and branding associated with the range, a delineation and a line drawing of the floor standing speaker we're about to see, the bookshelf speaker which I've unboxed in another video, and the matched centre. There's large pieces of polystyrene protecting the speaker in transit, as well as polystyrene ends. From what I can see, easiest at this point is to again roll the box and take it off the speaker so that we can have a look at the polystyrene packaging and other things. Firstly, big chunky bag of desiccant to keep this dry in transit. Now, one end, there we go, one end has an accessory kit in it, so we're going to pause. I'm going to lift that off and take the accessory box out. The box is held closed with a cardboard tab, and inside there is some closed cell foam protecting some of the accessories. The accessories include 4 outrigger feet with screws, 4 caps to protect the floor, and 4 locking screws for the outrigger feet. There's also an Allen key in there to help as well. Now, the polystyrene around the midsection is a complete sort of join, so you need to slide it off like that. And at this point, probably the easiest is to sort of then half lift, half pry the speaker off the last bit of foam. Now the bag is then taped closed, and it's quite easy to just nick it and get into the speaker. You'll see at the bottom it is pre-tapped in 8 locations for the feet to ensure that they are well anchored and can sit out to offer a little bit more support. Again, hang around for some photographs and I'll show the process as far as attaching the feet. rolling it over so that we can take the bag off and then look at the speaker, We firstly see that it's a mid-sized sort of speaker. It's not very big, given the frequency response, which about 45 Hz. It's quite deep for a relatively compact speaker, so it's wonderful to see that they've pushed that engineering to their limits. You'll see this sort of white layer. Now that's actually a piece of cardboard, and as I carefully pry away the grille, you'll see that the cardboard has sat there to protect the front face of the speaker in transit. So if the grille is pressed, or if these are stacked inappropriately with a little bit too much pressure, that sort of natural vibration associated with freight and manhandling them around the world isn't going to rub against the front and create damage. So it's lovely to see that they've sort of added just that little thing to it. The grille itself is acoustically transparent, and the grille is reinforced with a honeycomb shaped design. At the bottom is the iconic ELAC logo, and of course it sits inside these sort of bungs. Looking at the speaker, one of the reasons it can go so well is of the number of drive units it actually has. Now firstly, it's a three-way speaker. Now it's very, very unusual in its class, and only crossover networks of prestigious quality can achieve some of these things, and it's unheard of at the price. Firstly, they have a dome tweeter, and again it's protected with a hexagonal cover, and inside that is a coaxial mid-range driver. Now the dome tweeter is approximately 1 inch, and the mid-range is approximately 4, sitting in this coaxial design, meaning it leaves the rest of the speaker to be the bass drivers. But with the tweeter and mid-range up high, we've got 3 5¼ inch bass drivers all paralleled up. It's one of the reasons that these speakers sound so big, so controlled, and so prestigious, because it's kind of cheating. Most speakers of its physical size would have a mid-range driver and a couple of basses. These have 3, meaning it can deliver stunning control at all sorts of volumes, yet it's quite a small speaker. So this is wonderful to see, again particularly because of its price. Now what you won't see in the video or the photographs is just how well the cabinet is built. It's extremely rigid. There's no flex, there's no vibration. The thickness of the MDF, the quality of the MDF, and then the bracing elements inside are used to keep the speaker tight and precise. And it means that there's virtually no standing waves inside, and all of the airflow from the pressure changes associated with the drive units is managed brilliantly as well. Spinning it around, we see at the top a port associated with managing air in the top of the cabinet, a mid port for the bass drivers, and oddly a third one at the bottom. Again, this is to manage the pressure change in airflow within the cabinet and ensure that at no point could it chuff or create any distortion associated with air movement in and out of the cabinet itself. At the base we've got scannable information with the serial number, we've got the model and the ELAC logo. There's a single set of binding posts. This will not allow for bi-wiring or bi-amping, and I guess it's the nature of the crossover network. Given a 6 ohm load and other things, the speaker manufacturers have decided to ensure that they keep a stable load rather than messing with it with potential bi-amping and bi-wiring. Again, not very deep, not very wide, and yes, they've chosen to ignore some elements that they have solved in their more expensive speakers associated with curved cabinets. But those compromises are minor, and the end results are something absolutely astonishing for the price. So there we have it. ELAC's brand new Uni-Fi B2, the UB52 or whatever it's called, in the Uni-Fi 2.0 range, unboxed here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.